Detroit, Michigan. Game 1 in the best-of-7 opening round series. Let's check the numbers at the half with Detroit leading Philadelphia 49-40. Sixers did shoot over 50%, but turned it over twice as much as Detroit did, and outscored by 9 points, 3 threes from behind. That's a lot of three-point attempts for the Pistons, Tom. And Detroit got to the line more aggressive in that first half.
Absolutely, they were more aggressive, and it all started early on and just going to work down in the box. You see right here, Carlos Williamson, big nasty bump, no double team, and just an easy little 4-foot jump hook. Let's go over to their box with Tayshaun Prince. He's gonna bump. I think there's a dance called the bump. Anyway, Skinner comes over, tries to double team, knocks his own man down, never advisable. And Tayshaun Prince with an easy jump hook. Let's go back over to the other box. And this is where it started off with Richard Hamilton right here. A nice job putting it down before the double team can get there, up and over. And I would expect to see more of the same out of the Pistons in the second half.
Michelle, what Larry Brown talked about at halftime?
Well, what else? He talked about turnovers. He said they dictated the tempo with Detroit did with their defense, and we have to handle their press better. We have to keep their guards in front of us. We didn't do a good job of that. We also have to try to pressure them a little bit. He's not too worried about tempo. He's just worried about handling their defense better and giving a little bit of it back. But again, he said we're only 9 down. God bless America.
Snow inside. Curry deterred that shot. 2 to shoot. Snow over Curry. And Phillips being held by Van Horn, got the rebound. Van Horn got his third personal in that sequence.
Well, not a real productive 25 seconds for Keith Van Horn, getting his third personal foul.
Interesting. Van Horn had him held there, and they're going to say inadvertent whistle.
No.
That looked as blatant a foul, with all the fouls being called in the first half. And then Joe Forte said inadvertent whistle.
Well, Van Horn's going to have to get some face time here in the second half for the Sixers to do something here.
Robinson spinning on Van Horn. And Kenny Thomas keeps the rebound alive. Rick Carlisle pointed out Kenny Thomas this morning at the Pistons shoot-around as one of the guys who doesn't get the pub, but gets a lot done. On cue, he misses, and Coleman goes up strong with the rebound.
How about a Maylot's moment?
Same 10 that started the game on the floor for the Pistons and Sixers. Robinson for a 3. 2 field goals for Robinson, both threes. Largest lead of the night for Rick Carlisle's team, up a dozen here at home.
That's rough. You kick a couple easy layups down at the other end and get open a wide open 3.
Last touch by Robinson. And Greg Buckner is going to come right in. A good first half for Buckner. In 10 minutes, he scored 7 points, exceeding his averages from that first series. And Kenny Thomas goes right to the bench.
And doesn't look real happy either.
No. But I did say something nice about you, Kenny.
He's not showing a lot of hustle getting up there at the bench.
Is that the international symbol for displeasure with the sub?
Yes.
Snow couldn't get it to go. Coleman out-rebounds Wallace there. Draws the contact and makes the hoop. Nice job by Eric Snow.
But you see the struggle to get that shot off. I mean, a nice individual effort by Eric Snow, but Billups bodied him. Ben Walsh was coming over. Rip Hamilton reaching in. I mean, it's just tough to get a shot off against these guys.
Hard bump. Robinson sets another screen. Phillips trying to draw the foul. Didn't get it. And Philly comes down the other way. Van Horn trying to show some offense, and we'll get some free throws out of it. An aggressive move by Keith.
We need to do more of that. I mean, he's a guy that at 6'10 and a half, when he came out of Utah, I was drafted number 2 overall. He's a scorer. He was a scorer at Utah, and he can do more things than score. He averages over 8 rebounds a game, but they need to be a little more selfish and say, you know what, even if a guy's open, I'm going to take some shots maybe that I shouldn't take just to get an aggressive mindset.
As you look at Larry Brown, if you just happen to be tuning in, we had a 19-minute power delay in this game, and power is back on in the building, but is not at normal juice to all the ancillary things, including the television trucks that bring the pictures to you. So if there's an occasional blip in the screen, you understand why. Priority 1 is get the game played, keep the lights on for the game, work everything else around that. Thanks to our crew for working hard to Keep the sounds and sights coming from the Palace of Auburn Hills. Hamilton, first shot of the half. Richard Hamilton's had great first halves in this playoff. A man who won a championship ring in college with the University of Connecticut hasn't been as potent in the second half. Something to watch for in this series. He's chasing Iverson. Certainly has the running ability, but nobody has AI's quickness to get off shots like that. Robinson, good job boxing out Van Horn.
That was great defense, chasing to the gauntlet, then making him take a tough shot. If he makes that, you just say, hey, nice shot.
Curry steps into 2. Wallace couldn't keep that alive. That is last touch by Philly. Detroit ball.
And you can see Rip Hamilton right here, just constant motion, keep moving, both offensively and defensively. He's done a nice job. The other time offensively, last time defensively, just keep moving, keep yourself going.
Fresh shot clock for the Pistons. Ben Wallace just 5 rebounds here in this game.
There haven't been a lot of misses. I mean, Philly shot well. They just keep turning it over.
Good point. Robinson, well defended that time by Van Horn, who is trying to get past last year's playoff stigma. Remember when the Nets went out to the Lakers in 4 straight in the NBA Finals? Van Horn was chastised by even some of his teammates. Coleman over Wallace.
I think it was Kenyon Martin most notably.
Yes.
That was saying, you know, how come I'm out here stepping it up? Everybody needs to step it up. And hey, you put some of that in Van Horn. But in watching the finals last year, they stuck him in the outside corner and just said, if you were open, we'll throw it to you and you can shoot a 3. I think here, Larry Brown wants him to be more aggressive. Oh! Good board.
By Wallace, his 6th, a Phillips 3. The Palace guards getting it done once again. 28 points out of the starters, Hamilton and Billups.
How in the world did he only make 4 out of his first 28 in the playoffs this year?
He's 4 of 6 here tonight. Wallace fouls Coleman. Just 2 on Ben. A bunch of people now. Almost every starter on both sides has 2. Derek Coleman showed up at the shoot-around this morning, sporting the Old English D, the Detroit Tigers hat. Derek, who grew up here, went to Northern High School in downtown Detroit. Another foul call. This on Michael Curry. Derek said he is a fan of all the Detroit teams, takes a lot of grief from his fellow Sixers, even the Pistons. He said, I still root for the Pistons except for when we play them. For his box score I check in the morning, Pistons. Let's see what they're doing. He remembers going to games just a couple of miles from here at the Silverdome, where the Pistons played for 7 or 8 years. Good job by Robinson. Quick hands. Van Horn complains to Joey Crawford and gets a technical foul. The Pistons were going the other way, and Joey Crawford just tells Keith Van Horn, get away from me. As the play went up the other end. So Billups will shoot the tee. And the Pistons go back up by a dozen.
It's been a frustrating night for Keith Van Horn, and he thought he got raked across the arms right there. And you just let the frustrations boil over. You can't get anything going offensively. You try to get yourself going, and you think you get fouled. You think you're going to go to the free throw line. You don't, you blow up. But a good job by Joey Crawford telling him to get away from him and didn't give him the second one. And a good job by Van Horn letting that one be.
Unlike Ostertag in the deciding game of the Sacramento-Utah series, Game 5. In transition, Buckner. Nice catch. I think the pass was intended for Iverson, but Buckner will gladly clean it up.
Yeah, nice job of running the lane there.
You watch the news and the scores go by, as the guys told you at halftime. No Devin George, Game 2 for the Lakers, if not more. Phillips re-extends to a dozen. And that's Sacramento-Dallas game on ESPN2. No surprise you see the Kings at 50 in short order. Here the Pistons at 60. Philadelphia yet to get to half 100.
Now you give another 4 minutes, they're going to be passing the Pistons here.
Wallace, oh, that foul called on the outside. A lot of ball. But the reach around by Ben draws his second of the quarter, third of the game. Derek Coleman will come to the free throw line.
And see, they've been going to Coleman to post him up. He did a good job of bumping him. Boy, you know what? That's like holding in football. You know, you can have the same exact thing the next time, and they won't call it. It just kind of depends on who's doing it. You know, is it just me looking at his afro, Mike? Is it just me? Or would you like to take like a ball and put it in like, you take a 3-wood out of Ben Wallace is like, it's just like the rough. It's like, oh.
Sure, the first thing that comes on U.S. Open rough. You know, let's get Andy North out here. It's 6 inches of rough, and it sinks to the bottom. It's a pretty good gimmick. Fans are dialed into it. Oh, a good double, almost forced a turnover as Coleman and Snow had trapped Phillips, but Chauncey nailed out. Now 10 to shoot, and he will shoot. And is fouled, shooting 3.
Well, you make 4 3-pointers in a game, and defenders get a little itchy, and they don't want to give you a wide-open 3-pointer. They get a little closer, get out there. And I know they say you never want to foul a jump shooter. Well, really, you never want to foul anybody. But when you make them, you end up getting closer, and sometimes you hit somebody where you don't want to and send them to the line for 3.
Ninth best in the league this year at 88%, shooting 90 here in the playoffs. You know, there are a lot of complaining about fouls, but I think, as we said at the very top, it's the nature of these teams. Blue-collar teams do a lot on the defensive end, veterans who are able to get away with a little bit here and there. On most possessions in these types of games that are half-court, not fluid up and downs, you can call fouls. And you're seeing a bunch here, but it's been even, 14 on each side. Chauncey with the hat trick. Largest Detroit lead of the night. 13, thanks to 9 this quarter for Billups, who leads all scorers with 22. Iverson gets Robinson. Green light to go. Wallace on the glass. Now 6 for Ben.
Well, that was a good situation right there to try to get Van Horn the ball when they switched the pick and roll.
Robinson's 3 is an air ball, rebounded by Coleman. Iverson eyes up, looking for Snow. Snow locates Iverson out high, but after the deflection, Allen's got a reset. Take a circus shot, make it and get fouls. Very few can do what he does on a regular basis. Allen Iverson gets his first points of the half with that wild shot. 18 points for Iverson. Need a lot more of that to get closer. His team down 11 in game 1.
Sourdough bread. Burgers just taste better cooked over an open fire. This burger is so juicy. The sourdough bacon cheeseburger is back at Burger King. A quarter pound of beef, Swiss cheese, and 4 strips of bacon served on buttery toasted sourdough bread. Only back for a limited time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the technology offensive has begun. Observe. Laser-guided adaptive cruise control, a rear-view camera, suspension that lowers at speed, headlights that turn to illuminate your path on curves.
Enough. So, what do we do now?
Introducing the entirely new Lexus RX 330. Putting the world on notice again.
What do we do now?
Well, it's really good.
You were so cute when you met my dad for the first time.
Oh, he's real big. He's like 6'6", and he's got a beard. He looks like Abe Lincoln.
Oh, dear.
I need to go to the men's room. You want to come with me?
Sure.
Your hair looks great tonight.
Thanks, just got it done.
Did you bring a comb?
Oh, yeah, of course.
You're not a woman. Why use a woman's shampoo? Try new Suave for Men Deep Cleaning Shampoo. Get your hair just as clean as her brand for half the price. New Suave for Men.
The #1 movie in the world is also the best movie of the summer. X2 is a fun thrill ride, and Roger Ebert says it's one amazing spectacle after another. Rated PG-13. Now playing everywhere.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great? Less filling!
Wait. What about this? Doesn't Miller Lite taste great?
Great taste! Great taste! Less filling!
Great taste!
Less filling! Less filling!
What do you think about that? That's art.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
I've got an idea.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs, brought to you by Burger King. The sourdough bacon cheeseburger is back for a limited time at Burger King. Cooking over an open fire. Toyota, get the feeling. And new Suave for men. Great performance, great price. Just for guys.
Well, it's been a lot of stops for Chauncey Billups on his way to a Detroit Piston uniform. He's trying to match numbers with Allen Iverson. Billups has 22, Iverson 18, as the Pistons lead here in the third. TNT has Boston, New Jersey, LA, San Antonio game 2s for you tomorrow night. And we're back with you Thursday, same place. Philly, Detroit, 7 Eastern, an hour earlier. And we'll be followed right here on ESPN by Sacramento, Dallas at 9:30 Eastern. Michelle.
Well, in that last time out, Mike, Larry Brown trying to keep his team's chin up collectively. Said, we've got to guard, defend every play. You can catch up in 5 seconds. It's not over. All we need to talk about is one possession at a time and one stop at a time. And I guess, Mike, as trite as that sounds, as cliche as it does, it's really quite true in this instance, trailing by 10.
Yeah, I don't get the sense, do you, Tom, that they're too far out of this right now?
No, they just got to do a better job of stopping Detroit. They're scoring right now. I mean, they're scoring. They got 14 points in the quarter. It's just Chauncey Billups is really doing a nice job extending the defense.
Hamilton runs over Iverson and is charged with the foul.
There's Billups right there. 9 of the points this quarter. And when you get a guy that's shooting that well from the outside, that just opens everything below the free throw line.
So Hamilton picks up his third personal. Shooted. Dumped down for Coleman, who saw 2, stuck with it, and got the dunk. Back to an 8-point game. No easy trips, and teams aren't able to get into their offense because of both teams' full-court pickup here until about 14-13 on the shot clock. Hamilton off the curl. Buckner goes up to get it. He has really played a nice role here after being mostly invisible in the New Orleans series. Van Horn wants it on the box.
Well, they got him.
Let him go, and Iverson has that option to go to Keith as well. Snow from the outside.
Well, Keith Van Horn's just like, come on.
And he just picked up a foul, discarding Cliff Robinson.
Well, I mean, he's discouraged, and he should be. There are 2 opportunities for him to get the ball. Eric Snow passed him up, and then Allen Iverson. Look at him. Come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try one more. We're gonna come on. Oh, what the? No. All right, let me go hack somebody.
He didn't do that. He just held Cliff's arm. Cliff, like a veteran, drew that one. And they were laughing about it on the way up the floor. But Van Horn now has 4 fouls. Stays on the floor. 3 fouls, beg your pardon. Billups over Snow. Technical earlier in the third. Look at Iverson go all the way. Snow to Van Horn. Of course, that won't go for him, but he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, that's discouraging sometimes when you post up and you want to get the ball and you want to get yourself going, and guys are, especially when they look you right in the eye and they go the other way. Then another guy looks you right in the eye and he goes the other way. If they don't see you, they don't see you. But when they look at you and pass it away, then you start to question yourself. This is a free throw. Start to question whether if you do get the ball, you should be shooting. Your confidence goes awry.
Guy was 17 of 18 in the playoffs here. Van Horn missed it at the line. You know, Keith Van Horn are Philly fans who watched their Flyers eliminated last night, very much like Roman Cechmanek, their goalie, up and down. And the barometer for the team, when he seems to play well, it tells you the team is doing all the things. Like that 18-point, 18-board game he had against New Orleans. You know, Larry Brown was so proud of it. He told the guys in the locker room, you give Keith Van Horn a standing ovation when you see him, because that's the kind of effort that makes the difference in a Game 6 on the road. So he knows he has it in him. It's just getting it on a more consistent basis for Larry. Hamilton trying to lose Iverson. Floats it over Coleman for 2. Boy, it's fun. When they come down the next trip, forget where the ball is. Just watch Hamilton and Iverson run around and play, tag with each other, for lack of a better word. Wallace way outside, gives the foul up 25 feet away. Third on Ben this quarter.
Well, you know what it's like? It's like watching two puppies, and one puppy has a toy, and the other puppy's chasing him. Woo! There it is. I mean, there's all kinds of energy chasing you. I'm here, I'm there. And then just a nice release over Derek Coleman trying to get up, and although I will say this, 5 years ago, we would have been holding that ball right now. Derek would have got up and threw that back to half court. But just so much energy in watching Richard Hamilton and Allen Iverson chase each other around the court.
Wallace sits with his 4th foul, and Coleman will get one more. So key stretch here. Mehmet Okur comes in, and Derek Coleman's done a nice job this quarter. Not necessarily a whole bunch of field goals, but he has 7 points, 4 boards in the quarter, and he's drawn 3 fouls on Ben Wallace in 8 minutes. Coleman missed just 3 of his 25 free throws against New Orleans. This is one there. That's a green light for Cliff when he's open to Okur. So Mehmet Okur picks up right where he left off. 4 for 4 from the field. The rookie has 8 points. And 4 boards as well.
Well, they got some nice shooting from him off the bench, some nice shooting from Corliss Williamson off the bench. That's what you want. Guys that come in and change the flow of the game a little bit.
Iverson to Van Horn. Nothing. Just,
he's
one of those right now. Bad biorhythm night. Ooh, Hamilton as Iverson fell down. Iverson leaking out. Couldn't make him pay quickly. Off Okur as Okur and Robinson were trying to grab at the arms.
Well, when you struggle early, sometimes you continue to struggle, and you need something easy to get you going. And you just don't see the confidence in his face right here. Allen Iverson pulls up and give a nice, and that's an easy jump shot for Keith Van Horn when he's feeling good and he's in rhythm. And right now, he is not, nor are the Sixers.
He's struggling. Iverson, one of his last 6. Sixers remain down 10. Game 1.
Tonight on SportsCenter, when the game's over, we're not finished. Much more from the Motor City. Can the Royals catch the Tigers? And Dallas looks to play king for a day at SportsCenter after the game on ESPN.
Has anybody checked the interior?
Some of the finest leather I've ever seen.
Premium leather?
Rear seat DVD entertainment system.
Entertainment system?
And navigation.
Power rear door.
11 speaker Mark Levinson audio.
Mark Levinson audio?
It's a camera. It's a rear view camera.
Introducing the entirely new Lexus RX 330. Putting the world on notice again.
Gotta tell you, Dave, I've never seen driving like this in all my years. That's right, Dave, another error-filled performance. Truly awful.
The Road to Bristol on ESPN.com, presented by Wendy's Classic Hamburgers.
Shipping durability testing. Electrostatic surge simulation. Extreme environment performance analysis.
Hey!
Structural integrity. Structural integrity. Structural integrity.
You name it, we do it. Over 11,000 hours of internal and external testing per Dell model. Harsh, but effective. Right, that's why Dell is one rock-solid, reliable PC.
Can you imagine?
You have no idea.
Now you can get a Dimension desktop with an Intel Pentium 4 processor and an awesome flat panel display for just $699 after mail-in rebate. Call or go online now and get free shipping. And check out our new notebooks. You're not just getting quality, you're getting a Dell.
And now over here, the torsion chamber.
Rock-solid PCs. Easy as Dell. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
Grooving in Motown as the Pistons lead Philadelphia by 10. It's certainly been a very busy night for the crew chief of these 3 officials, veteran Joey Crawford.
No hands, Aaron! Back! Trying to come out, he's holding him. He's holding him every time he tries to come. I got you, Keith, I got you. Get away from me! Technical foul right here.
As Joey, always in control of a game, 26 years an NBA official, of course, the pedigree of arbiter. His dad, Shag, 20-year National League umpire. Brother Jerry now in his 27th year as a Major League Baseball umpire. And he's one of the guys that when coaches and veteran players see him walk in the building for a big game, they know that by and large they'll be pretty happy with the result on that side.
You know what you like about Joey Crawford is he can yell at you like he did Keith Van Horn, and then Keith can come back to him 2 minutes later and have a civil conversation.
Nice feed inside to Tyrone Hill. Well done by Aaron McKee, who hurt his right hand, which is already bandaged. This veteran Sixer team has a lot of bumps and bruises as McKee commits the foul. Michelle earlier referred to this morning as Allen Iverson wore a heating pad on his back for most of shoot-around. With Eric Snow in the whirlpool over at Oakland University, a few miles from here, where the Sixers were working out. Bumps and bruises on this Philly team. We detailed Derek Coleman's multiple ailments. Tayshaun Prince back in the game has the size advantage on Buckner. Hill came to help, so Billups had a better look than normal. Rebound by Tyrone.
Well, good closeout defense by Allen Iverson that time. Didn't jump up in the air, didn't go for the pump fake, and then when Chauncey went up for the shot, he was right in his face.
Okur hedging out to help Hamilton guard Iverson, leaving McKee to do a lot of the work here. Buckner. Tyrone Hill came out, so there's nobody at the goal with Okur coming out and Wallace on the bench. 6-point game. Philly getting back in it. Buckner 11 points here tonight. Approaching a playoff best. Hamilton on the take. Got past Iverson that time for 2.
Well, whenever they've needed buckets, it's been the guards that have been able to do it for them. And then you can go ahead and throw Prince and Williamson in there too. It's 3s and 4s. But the 2 guards, when they get it going, that's when they get the crowd into it, and that's when they've been able to extend their lead.
Buckner lost Phillips off Van Horn's hands, but Keith was fouled by Cliff Robinson. Pistons over the limit, so free throws are coming.
And the last 3 or 4 times down the court, they've been trying to establish Keith Van Horn a little bit. And right there, just got the elbow. Cliff Robinson got his forearm and his back. And he just needs he needs an easy bucket. He needs something to get him going. Because right now, even catching the ball.
Cliff Robinson's 4th foul. So Robinson and Wallace, 2 Detroit starters on the bench with 4. Corliss Williamson in as Van Horn gets 1, and here's Michelle.
Van Horn missed 6 of the last 7 regular season games due to that strained plantar fascia and bone bruise in his left foot, Mike. He told me that sitting out those games put him a little behind schedule coming into the postseason, but he felt better and better as round 1 wore on, and he was confident he could maintain his level coming into tonight, that standard that he had set in Game 6 versus New Orleans. Obviously, something's changed, Mike.
Saw a lot of minutes at 35 during the playoffs as well, and it is an 8-second backcourt violation by Philadelphia. So a nice job defensively by the Sixers, picking up right from the inbounds and forcing the turnover.
Well, he's being lackadaisical, kind of forgetting what's going on and dribbling up the court and not realizing that you only have the 8 seconds to get it past the half-court line.
Van Horn's defense helping there after 1 of 2 from the line. So Philly down double digits a good part of this half. Could get it to 5 or 4 on this trip as we're inside of a minute in the 3rd. McKee over Williamson and Prince, and Okur was there to help as well. But Aaron McKee continues to provide Philadelphia, when healthy, with just a little bit of everything. Okur high-low with Williamson, and he's fouled.
So you got to keep those forearms in. And you get those forearms extended, and they're going to whistle for you that one just about every time.
Philadelphia is going to go back to Monty Williams. Played a dozen minutes a game in the last series. NBA.com has compiled 10 of the best shots in NBA playoff history. Log on to see the candidates and vote for the best shot, only at NBA.com. You can also check out NBA TV during the playoffs for full coverage. Well, Iverson went to save that, and the gentleman sitting 4 seats down from us was holding a beverage, didn't want to get hit by Iverson of the ball, and he took a beer bath.
Oh, you got to save the beer.
Is that guy right? He took a...
Come on, you got to take out a loan to get one of those. Look at him.
He took, but at least he spilled it on himself and not on the court.
Take the shirt off and wring it out back into my cup.
Prince on Iverson, works inside and gets 2. Tayshaun Prince has 6. He had 20 points in his last game, more than he had in the month of December, more than he had in the month of January, more than he had in the month of March. Iverson protects and connects.
Unstoppable.
21 now for AI. One shot coming for the Pistons. Williamson banging for position. Phillips loves to hit a 3 to beat the clock at the end of a quarter. This one to 2. Williamson, good if it goes. And he got it! Corliss Williamson and Tayshaun Prince hit a couple of hooks at the end of the third to carry some momentum into the fourth. Because it went in with 0-0 on the clock, it's an automatic mandatory instant replay review for the officials. That one was pretty clear. It went in time, and the Pistons are going to take a 7-point lead to the fourth quarter. Here's the look as the officials get to see it. The LED lights around the backboard. Computer synced with the clock and clearly out of his hands before it goes in. Williamson, Okur, and Prince off the Detroit bench for 22 points. They call themselves the Alternators, and they are hitting for Detroit here in Game 1. Pistons by 7. Off we go to the fourth quarter. Game 1 of the best of 7 Eastern Conference semifinal. The NBA playoffs on ESPN.
It's powerful. It's beautiful. I can see that. How did they make it so incredibly smooth? It's technical.
Antonio.
Tonight we'll try my car.
Again?
Again.
Introducing the entirely new Lexus RX 330. Putting the world on notice. Again.
Introduce yourself to Bacardi Silver 03 Premium Malt Beverage. As much fun as you can have with orange. 5% alcohol by volume. Your night just got more interesting.
Hey, Veronica? Yeah? Would you like to go to McDonald's with me? No, I wouldn't, Steve. It's Sam. Whatever.
I'll go, Sam. McDonald's and a man like you? A girl would be crazy to pass that up.
That was really cool, Aunt Tiffany. What?
Intense, isn't it?
For in-your-face home theater action, come to Best Buy. From Sony Plasma TVs to Bose Surround Sound, we'll help find the system that's right for you. Get into the action at Best Buy.
Reading can take you places you've always dreamed of going. And book by book, the NBA and WNBA are helping children get closer to reaching those dreams. Hold them both across the water to a big ship. The NBA family has created more than 60 reading and learning centers, donating hundreds of thousands of books, and have given children a place where they can gain the tools they need to achieve their dreams. Because when you love to read, you can become anything you want. Be part of the success and read to achieve.
Detroit Pistons very consistent offensively. A good defensive quarter in the second. That's one of the reasons the Pistons lead by 7. Before we go off to the fourth quarter, time to check in tonight's Mad Still down. These two
guys all night long. One chasing the other. Get out on you. By you, get hit. Circus shot. Let's go back to the other end. You're going to chase me for a little bit. Little head bob. Whoop, to the middle. Back up and in. And then, all right, I'm chasing you. Now you're going to chase me. Put you back on your heels. And it's been like that all night long. One chasing one, the other chasing the other. Sprite, mad skills.
Iverson 8 of 17, 21 points. Hamilton 6 of 15. I would say that after the first quarter, when Allen Iverson opened up a strong 4 of 6, it's been a better job defensively for the entire team led by Hamilton.
Yeah, and the biggest difference so far in the first 3 quarters, 7 3-pointers for Detroit, only 2 for Philadelphia.
Prince to Okor! Wow. How about those 2 rookies who are showing up big time in these playoffs? Nobody else is getting 2 rookies to give him that much.
I don't know if Rick Carlisle expected that much.
I'm sure he didn't. High-low. Hills to Coleman works very well. Nice feed from Tyrone to DC, who's got 17 in his hometown.
What a great job by Coleman keeping the ball up in the air and not bringing it down for an easy layup.
Moore feeling it. Trying to get it to Williamson. 4 to shoot. Spinning and he lost it. Monty Williams there for the takeaway. McKee looking for open space. Too much traffic, so he gets to Iverson. And McKee's request was to go down low with Coleman. We've got a mismatch now. Iverson comes all the way. Fouled in the act by Williamson, who wanted a jump ball.
Well, I tell you what, I'm not so sure Carlos Williamson didn't get all ball on that one. Let's watch when he drives to the hole. He's in a drive. He kind of got hit right there, and then that, my friend, is a good block. He fell down to the ground because the ball got pinned between his hand and Williamson's hand, but I'm sorry. That is not a foul.
Well, it is Allen Iverson's time. He has sat for just a minute here in this game. But don't look for him on the bench much here in the 4th. 7th best in the league in the regular season, and obviously turning it up a notch. 3rd in the 4th quarter scoring in the playoffs, thanks in large part to those great 4th quarters. Game 1 against New Orleans when he scored 55, and Game 6, the clincher, when he scored 45 down in Louisiana. Orleans back in his office against Tyrone Hill.
Pushed him a little out of his comfort range that time.
On the push, Iverson's pass, too far. The long arm of Prince knocks it away. Foul on Snow at midcourt. Snow at midcourt was holding Hamilton, who was off to the races.
Well, you wonder why. You know this is Iverson time. You know he's going to be trying to go off in the 4th quarter. Why haven't they tried to post him like they're posting him in the 1st quarter? And why not go back to Richard Hamilton on the block and see if you can get hidden going? It worked early in the game, but they haven't gone back to it since.
And make Iverson work a little bit more on the defensive end.
Absolutely.
Phillips, quick on the clock, knocked down, hits 2, and he's shaken up. Phillips shaken up on the floor, and Williamson gives the foul, so Phillips can get checked out. Chauncey reaching down. It looked like he came down on that ankle. Awkwardly, is having trouble putting pressure on it.
Boy, this would just be a big loss. And big's understating it. And you watch him go for the jump shot right here, and Snow kind of slides under him just a little bit as he goes up and comes down left foot. Ooh! That was a good one. That was a full twist right there. And that's what we talked about early on. He's the one guy that can do this, create his own.
Oh, wow. God. Man.
Boy, any of us that have ever played sport, all know what that feeling is like. We've all done it, and it is painful.
So Chucky Atkins comes in. They go inside to Coleman. Good ball rotation for McKee. 2 5-point game.
Well, they'd sure like to get him woken up and getting out there and give him, the points. I don't think he's ever going to be the same as he was the time they got to the finals.
Atkins down at midcourt. and forced to take a timeout. So pressure time here for Detroit. Atkins has not played well all playoffs. Phillips comes down and severely turns that left ankle, and Philadelphia's defensive pressure becomes a bigger factor. All that joy in the Palace has become a lot of murmuring and some nervous folks because of his injury.
With a midsize SUV engineered to comfortably seat 7 full-size adults.
Cheesy Gordita Crunch. It's cheesy, it's crunchy, it's chewy. It's got a taste to satisfy all your cravings.
Sympathy pains.
To get the cheesy Gordita Crunch, think outside the bun.
Doesn't Miller Lite taste great?
Yeah, I like it because it's less filling.
Great taste. Less filling. Great taste. Wait a minute, man. You know, I'd really like to start communicating better.
Oh, and I'd like to create a friendship where we support each other's growth.
Now there's a commercial I'd like to see.
Hot guys.
That's what you need for
Expressing
strong
emotion.
Tell it over a great tasting, less filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
I've got a good idea.
This shirt is chafing me. Mine too.
It comes to athlete's foot. This is the latest. This isn't. Lotrimin Ultra, the latest prescription strength medicine available without a prescription. The latest cure, so ultra powerful. 1 use a day is all you need. Nothing's proven stronger or faster. Lotrimin Ultra.
Thanks for making me a fighter.
Unbelievable!
Makes me that much stronger.
That's what the playoffs are about. Great players making great players.
What a move by Parker. To the victory, he's open. He got it!
Iverson has done it. Oh, man, they are not backing down. They are feeling it tonight.
Peeking on the situation on ESPN2 in case you don't want to use your remote. Kings and the Mavs, and this is the problem. Mike Bibby sneaks in for the steal. Peja Stojakovic, the bucket. Chris Webber with 18 points. That's 7 dunks and layups for the Kings in this game, Mike Tirico, if you're counting.
That's significant because that was the big issue last year in their series. Let's go check in on the significant issue in this series. Injured at Chauncey Billups. Here's Michelle.
All right, well, the Pistons have told me so far that it is a left ankle sprain, and they're just continuing to look at it. He's gotten up, put weight on it, walked around on it. They're continuing to look at it. No sign that he's going back into the locker room, but also no indication right now, Mike, of whether or not he's coming back to this game. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah, Michelle, you were watching. He was putting pressure on it, but it didn't look like it was full go pressure. Yeah. That was a nasty, nasty turn. So as Arnie Kander, the strength and conditioning coach, continues to work on that ankle sprain, Chucky Atkins plays the point, and Philadelphia comes away with another turnover. Iverson leaking out. Turned away, but nice look to Hill inside, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, you know, when he gets down to the fourth quarter, he's going to have the ball in his hands, and he's going to find people. He's going to get shots off for himself, and then when you go over to double team, he has great vision.
He has 6 assists. Okur, a runner. And Mehmet Okur will shoot some free throws. Foul on Hill was his third. Each team 2 team fouls in the fourth, and Okur 4 of 8 in the Orlando series, 73% regular season. Reminder, as soon as we're done, SportsCenter on ESPN. As the Sacramento-Dallas game continues on ESPN2. So a busy night here on the networks. Pistons by 4. They led by 7 when Billups injured his ankle a minute ago.
They're trying to get the ball to Derek Coleman.
Okur doubles. Coleman not afraid to take that shot. Wallace came out to get him. And Okur recovered defensively. Well played defensive sequence there. Hamilton now watched by Snow as Atkins is drawn by Iverson. It'll give Iverson a chance to rest offensively a little bit.
Well, who's going to get your points here if you're the Pistons? Who's going to score for you?
Prince tries to go baseline. McKee, the veteran, turned him away. Okur free for 3. Melvin Okur! Are you kidding me? Minutes, 14 points, 6 boards. call him Memo. Memo to the league. This rookie can handle the playoffs. Iverson's going to take this one. You can see it, right? He wants to really bad. There he goes. Draws three. Missed it. Wallace couldn't save it. Philly ball, fresh shot clock.
You can tell when they get the rocker motion going.
Yeah, you're right.
Rocking back and forth, rocking back and forth.
I'm coming after you.
But Okur, my goodness. I mean, what a lift off the bench. You know, Prince gave him some buckets early. This guy has just been money and not afraid to take the shots. That one you're going to take because the shot clock's winding down. But when he's open, he's looking to score.
A guy who grew up as a better soccer player in his days in Turkey than basketball. Iverson up three. It's short, long board. Atkins, nice job getting it.
Got to find Okur.
Oh, Atkins taking wide right. Okur almost forces the turnover, but Philly gets it across before 8 seconds. Little helter-skelter here in the fourth. Iverson goes baseline on Atkins. Van Horn can't get out of his own way right now.
Yeah, now to slow it down this time.
Prince, triple. Smell the board. And a timeout is called. 5 or 6. Mehmet Okur was Detroit's second-round pick in 2001. Very often that second-round pick is an oh-by-the-way guy who never makes the roster. After a year of waiting for him, worth the wait for the former Turkish national star.
I win.
See the most phenomenal international athletes.
Holy McTwist!
From 6 world regions compete at the first ever X Games Global Championship, beginning May 17th on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC Sports. Here we go. The most anticipated film of the year can win you a fantasy sports weekend in New York. Log on to ESPN.com/contest to enter SportsCenter Matrix Reloaded. In theaters May 15th. Will you be the one?
They say you can't put a price on peace of mind. But for a very limited time, we beg to differ. Because now you can get an ADT system installed for only $99. But you have to act fast. This offer ends May 23rd. Never again will so much protection be so affordable. ADT helps keep more people safe in more ways than any other security company. And a single ADT system can help protect your home and family from burglary, fire, and carbon monoxide. You'll be connected to our customer monitoring center, where ADT professionals are watching out for you around the clock. So when an alarm is triggered, we can call for help right away. Call now. This is your last chance to get an ADT system installed for just $99. You could even save up to 20% off your homeowner's insurance. But hurry, offer ends May 23rd. There's never been a better time to take advantage of ADT. ADT, always there.
Time for our Dockers Defenders Edge, and it goes to the Pistons, though. I don't know, maybe it should go to the Sixers. 13 first-half turnovers for the Sixers and the Pistons, like on that play with Rip Hamilton converting. Meanwhile, in the Big D, it's a no contest. The Kings roll in, and they are spanking the Mavericks right now, 82-59. Chris Webber, 20 points in this game to lead the way.
The Kings have more points in 30 minutes than Detroit, the team leading here, does in 42 minutes. Tom called that earlier. Michelle.
Well, not good news for Chauncey Billups and the Detroit Pistons. His return at this point, Mike, at least for tonight, is doubtful, and you can see the look on his face. He's most disappointed.
And has been grimacing in pain as we've watched him right throughout the timeout. It's certainly going to be a story to watch before Game 2 on Thursday here on ESPN. Sixers down 7. Van Horn missed it, got it back, missed it again. Atkins pulls it away with Wallace.
awesome. Okur with the block shot. Gets up, starts the break with the block shot. It was D-Point's defense right there. Van Horn unable to get it to go. Gets the out. Oh, Kerr with the block shot. And then they're running. They get Atkins out. Little tip pass. I started it. I'll finish it. The man is unstoppable.
Nice assist by Wallace.
Awesome.
Well.
That was cool.
10 to shoot. They took it out of Iverson's hands. Snow to Van Horn. A 3. Keith Van Horn, 0 of 5 tonight.
Well, nothing. Never found his rhythm early in the first half. Got in foul trouble and just struggling to find any kind of rhythm right now.
Atkins all the way. How about this place, huh?
They don't call it Detroit Rock City for nothing.
That's right. Sixers desperately need a silencing basket. Deflected by Wallace. Chased it down. Hamilton. Wallace. Atkins, a 3. Rebounded by Van Horn.
That would have blew the roof off the place.
Hey.
That completely blew the roof off.
Be honest with your viewers. You were getting ready to get out of Ben's way as Van Horn finally hits his first field goal of the night.
I was gone. Don't tell him that. I was protecting. I was jumping over in front of you.
Ben was in a full sprint to us. He's looking at the basket. He goes to the goal, and when he's aggressive, it is a great sign for Detroit offensively. Third team foul on Philly. Detroit has 3 as well. Ben fouled in the act. Not a good free throw shooter. It was the last one off the floor shooter out this morning, working on him. 24-58 from the line in the last series as Van Horn goes to the bench after hitting his first shot of the night. Wallace the miss. Remember in the game down in Orlando, game 6, they went to Bang-A-Ben trying to intentionally foul Wallace, the Hack-A-Shack version, and he shot 16 free throw attempts in the fourth quarter, a Pistons playoff record. That one was his first point of the night to go with 7 boards and 3 blocks. When Phillips went out, the Pistons were up 7. They're now up 9. Iverson in the act gets 2 free throws.
Well, even when you lose your best offensive player, defense is always consistent with this team. And at that point, the defense took over. Okur with a block shot, a turnover, a steal, and they're letting their defense do the talking right now.
Iverson's 7th free throw attempt. Okur comes to the bench as Cliff Robinson comes in. You can follow the NBA legends on NBA.com with the Love It Live playoff tour. Tiny Archibald in the building tonight. 1 of 2, Iverson's first miss. Allen is 2 of 9 from the field in his last 27 minutes. Hamilton drives on Thomas. Plus 10, 4.5 to go. Iverson time now. EI for 3 is short again.
A little short. You wonder if he's a little fatigued from chasing Richard Hamilton around all night.
Good call. We talked about that right at the open. Sometimes to slow down an offensive weapon, make him work on the defensive end. Prince trying to post Buckner with a size advantage. He's telling Chucky Atkins, I want it. Chucky's going. Wallace from the outside. Iverson board, 4-minute mark. They need some stops as well as scores for Philadelphia. Five on Cliff Robinson.
Just kind of get tangled up and then throw your body in there and throw the arms all over the place. He does as good a job as anybody getting in there, and then when he draws contact, kind of flailing a little bit, and sometimes they come back to bite you. If you do it too much, you may not get a foul you deserve, but a couple times tonight, he's drawn one where maybe there wasn't one warranted, although that was not one of those.
I'll remind you that SportsCenter is coming up next on ESPN. Of course, a difficult week again for Iverson in dealings with the law. A car that he owned grazed the car of an architect on Thursday afternoon. Allen was not in the city when it happened. His Uncle George was the one involved with that. And on April 14, a gunman fired 2 shots, possibly meant for Iverson outside Old City night spot. Larry Robinson was the individual involved who was hit by the bullets. He was able to drive himself to the hospital, but the Philadelphia police, who Iverson had problems with during the summer, which have since been addressed in some form, they say they still want to talk to Allen so they can get some answers. Figure he was there, he might be able to provide the most answers and help them in their solving of that case. Atkins rings out a 3. The best rebounder in the NBA came away with a big one. 3.5 to go in the 4th. And they pass the R shirts down rebound row. One shirt goes on every person in that row. Every rebound Wallace has. He's got 9 tonight. Robinson lost the handle on the way up, but got it back. Coleman a block for the foul.
Defensive effort at times, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And it's hard to stop a team once, but 3 times, you know, they're going to end up either getting to the free throw line, or I shouldn't say always, but a good percentage of the time. All you got to do is shoot 33%. But this is the time of the game where when you get those stops, you have to make sure you secure the rebound. You can't give them extra effort, because even if they don't score, they can run another 20 seconds off the shot clock, and right now time is anything but your friend.
Michelle told us that Billups is likely done for the night, and you see as they've taken off the shoe to do another tape job. And certainly we're going to look at that inside after the game. When he went out, the Pistons were up 7. Now they're up 9 with 3 minutes left. Iverson over Wallace. Coleman, a terrific putback. Lefty does it with the left hand.
You know, Larry Brown talked about that too before the game, that even when he goes and misses layups, it's almost like a pass sometimes, because he opens up offensive rebounding opportunities for his teammates, and that was a perfect example right there.
Handoff from Robinson to Hamilton. Wallace was boxed out by Coleman, reached around, slapped it, and kept it alive.
Now you get another 20 seconds.
They're going to start fouling Wallace, I think, here soon. There's a foul. It's not on Wallace. And we have a timeout. Boy, Allen Iverson opened up 6 of 10 in this game. Had a very good first quarter, but since then he is 2 of 11 in the last 29 minutes. He leads all scorers with 26, but can he lead Philly to a comeback? They're down 7 against the best defensive team in the NBA.
What's good?
Sam?
Subway's new Italian herb and cheese. The taste will bring you to your knees. Garlic, oregano, rosemary spice. Fresh baked with Monterey and cheddar cheeses. So nice. Great bread makes a sandwich a true taste delight. You'll see for yourself with just 1 bite. Step right up. No one makes them like Sam. Whether a BMT, meatball, or my favorite, ham.
I told you he was the one to ask.
Subway, eat fresh.
They out there with the fun out there. We gonna hit out there with nothing to fear. Tear up the spot, get hot to make it rock. Always start here with the clear. Yo, number 1, you gotta get with your real ones. 2, what you do is pop a couple of clear ones. Number 3, call up a breezy. 4, on the floor, maintain the high score. 5, feeling alive, we jump into the ride, which brings us to 6 at the venue in the mix. They out there with the fun out there, make it last out there. Always start with the clear.
You see my phone?
It's on your night table.
When your wireless service is so reliable, you can't live without it. That's Sam Life. Calling plans from $19.99 a month.
Yeah? Did I leave my keys in there?
ESPN's presentation of the NBA playoffs, brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade. Taco Bell, think outside the bun. and Miller Lite. Tell it over a great-tasting, less-filling Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Richard Hamilton carrying a little bit of the offensive load with the absence of Chauncey Billups, who was injured earlier. Trying to stop the Sixers. Detroit leads by 7 in game 1. Let's, for those of you who have just come in, check the GMC game track. Tell you how things have transpired tonight here at the Palace of Auburn Hills, north of downtown Detroit. Sixers starting guards just 31. They've turned it over 17 times. Iverson's gone ice cold. Mehmet Okur hasn't missed a field goal. Billups out with his 24 points since he's been out. The lead still 7.
And Keith Van Horn, a guy you need to get up into the double digits, and did a good job during the New Orleans series. Not able to get it going tonight. Stripped right there. Thought he got fouled. Driving, missing a shot over Okur. Offensive rebound, going to put right back in your face. He just had a tough time getting going tonight. They didn't get him off early. He got the fouls, had to go to the bench. Just a tough time finding his rhythm tonight.
One of 6 after being Tom just so publicly backslapped in a confidence way from Larry Brown and from everybody in Philly for 18 and 18 boards against the Hornets.
Well, that'll be the last time that happened. I'm just curious. Go back to that guy that the Iverson jersey that was crossed out. Yes. Wouldn't it make more sense to buy a jersey of your own team? Buy a jersey of the other team and
he's
cross
got
it
the Wallace fro.
I'm just guessing. And go buy a Pistons jersey. Don't buy the Sixers and cross it out.
Hamilton goes 1 of 2. Rare miss for Hamilton, who was 45 of 49 from the line against Orlando in the opening round. Pistons trying to win their 4th consecutive playoff game after winning the last 3 against the Magic. Coleman able to knock it down. It's been a very solid performance for Derek Coleman. 21 points, 8 rebounds in his hometown. Just a 2-possession game. And Hamilton, I believe, is fouled by McKay as he came around on the Robinson screen.
Well, you got to make them work for the buckets, and you certainly want to play physical, but you don't want to put Richard Hamilton on the line. You need to get some stops. You need to string 3 or 4 of those things together. And if you're going to keep putting these guys on the line, even 1 out of 2 is not going to help you.
Each team in the bonus. Each team 3 timeouts. Hamilton now 6 and 7 at the line. Talked about this, those of you who were with us for game 3 of the Orlando series. Richard Hamilton's long time, going back to his high school days, free throw drill routine. 1 to the side and then right back into it. Back to an 8-point edge.
And if you're Philly, you can't use a lot of time.
Snow on the ground. Gets it to Van Horn. They're down 8. Where's Iverson? Atkins chasing him. He's up top. Snow's going right to the cup. Wallace is there. They banged the gong like Big Ben for Big Ben. His 4th block of the night. Here comes Hamilton off the screen. Wallace for a knockout punch. Wallace gets it back as Prince kept it alive. 75 seconds to go.
And about 4 offensive rebounds in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
And a lot of those back tap tips controlled by Detroit. Yep. A little extra hustle to the ball here tonight. Robinson lost it. Hamilton couldn't save it. And a turnover with a buck 2 to go. Well, the All-NBA teams came out today, and on the second team, Allen Iverson of the Sixers and Ben Wallace of the Pistons. The guy who shoots 45% from the line and averaged 7 points a game in this NBA. You wouldn't think that's a guy worthy of second team, but when you think about his 15 boards, 3 blocks a game, Ben Wallace brings it defensively as well as any player in the league, including tonight.
They're killing me.
Hey, everybody jamming. Hey, man. She jamming? They jamming too. Can a brother get a Bud Light, man?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down. Make it a Bud Light.
Pretty good night of NBA playoff action. 19 minutes power outage did not take the energy out of this game, as both teams were not slowed down at all. And a whole new generation of Piston fans who weren't around when the bad boys were around are falling in love with their NBA team again. SportsCenter's on the way with John Anderson and Rich Eisen. The stories they'll be covering more on this game. And I'm sure they'll have post-game as soon as the Sacramento-Dallas contest is done as well. Buckner short on a three. Hits the rebound, and Tayshaun is fouled with an 8-point Detroit lead. Well, we talked about the bad boys before, and the man who calls the shots, Joe Dumars, under the radar kind of guy. You don't hear a lot from Joe Dumars. He, John Hammond, Tom Wilson, the brain trust at the Palace, who make the decisions for the Detroit Pistons. Bill Davidson, longtime owner of this franchise, a guy who really stays out of the limelight.
Well, that's the way Joe Dumars played. Vinnie Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Lane Beer. He was always, I mean, that guy was an awesome player. He didn't look for the lights. He doesn't look for the lights now. He just, like when he was a player, wanted results.
It's 10. Iverson fouled on the pass. But it doesn't matter because Detroit's over the limit. Cliff Robinson has fouled out. $11 points for Cliff with 3 boards and 4 assists. It's a little bit better than Robinson was doing in the series against Orlando.
Well, just abysmal performances from Van Horn and Kenny Thomas. And I'm not sure the reason Kenny Thomas didn't get a chance to play in the second half. I know Buckner was playing well, but Thomas generally gives you some offensive rebounds, some athleticism. He got 0.
And he got quick hook, too, in the second half, remember?
Quick hook. And Wayne, he wasn't expecting it because he was angry coming out. But they got 9 points out of those 2 guys on 2 of 8 shooting. And they're going to need more production from Van Horn and Thomas as the series goes along.
1 for Iverson, who has 27. Game 2 of this series is Thursday here at the Palace, and we're with you at 7 Eastern for that. Iverson next to Eric Snow. They were chasing defensively, and Snow is limping a little bit as well. Games 3 and 4, when the scene shifts to Philadelphia in the First Union Center, we played on back-to-back nights. A Saturday night on ESPN. Game 4 over on TNT is a Sunday evening game. Obviously, the concern for Detroit is not just getting Chauncey Billups back for Game 2, but you have 3 games in 4 days with the back-to-back on Saturday and Sunday.
And he's been the biggest reason this year. I think they've gone from an offensively challenged team like they were last year to a team that, you know, can occasionally put up some points. And they're not going to beat you scoring, but he's the one guy that can really break the whole defense down and set other people up. And without him, that's tough to replace. So defense is going to be there whether he plays or not.
Hamilton has 23. The lead is 11. McKee misses and Prince gets the board. And it's call off the Dogs time.
That's enough. Stop it.
He fouls Hamilton. You know, hey, if the Pistons get 100, I guarantee you they'll win. Because they're 20-0 when they've scored 100 this year.
Stop Something foul.
You and I hate that stat.
Yeah, but I know.
So both home teams will take care of business on night one here in the Eastern semifinals. It looks like Dallas is going to be the only home team to lose a game one.
Well, we got to find out what the score of that game is. We said at the end of this game, Dallas or Sacramento would have more points than the end of this game winner. We'll find out exactly if they do or not. But 97, that's getting up there. Of course, I'm not sure what McKee was doing fouling anyway. It's not rock and jock basketball. It's not 13-point shots out there.
Robinson and Hamilton did a nice job tonight. Cliff had 11. Rip had 25. The Piston guards, 49 of the 98. Van Horn for an easy 2. These scores just cosmetic at this point with 21 to go.
I'm going to tell you one guy that won't be fouling. Allen Iverson.
He thinks he's walking back turn. By the way, it's a back-to-back games 3 and 4 because wrestling is in the First Union Center on Monday. Game 2 will be Thursday, and the Pistons will be on home floor trying to go up 2-0. Detroit wins its 4th consecutive playoff game with the injury to Chauncey Billups. They kept Allen Iverson in check, just 8 of 21 shooting. He went the distance, scoring 27 points, but was not overwhelming. He went 2 of 11 in the last 32. Billups can barely put enough pressure on his foot on the way out, but Detroit wins game 1 by 11. With Michelle Tafoya and Tom Tolbert, Mike Tirico, this has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Sports Center is next. Good night from the Palace of Auburn Hills, where the Pistons win game 1 by 11.